To quote my younger sister, today's present is tomorrow's history. What is considered traditional now in the hawker industry may not have been traditional 40 years ago. Likewise, our new creative dishes will become the future of hawker food. It will eventually become tradition. Coffee break was started by my grandfather when he came over from Hainan Island, China in 1935. And then my father decided to move to Amoy Street Food Center. My siblings and I, we've always been helping out, but we only really took over full-time in 2013. The hawker industry, though tiring, the three of us never thought of it as a sacrifice to preserve our family business. We felt that it was really sustainable and fulfilling for us to be able to keep up our customer base. When I took over the business full-time, it was really just about having a job. So at that time, it wasn't really about the hawker brand and sustaining the family business. It was really just another job. But gradually, after we took over and we started doing it on a very regular basis, we actually realized that the craft of traditional kopi making was very unique to my family and to Singapore. And that's when we decided that we could do something more. So we started to follow what my dad said, don't follow the trend, we must set the trend. And so we actually started to introduce different flavors that you wouldn't find in other hawker centers, such as our bestseller sea salt caramel and also pumpkin spice, which my brother and I actually tried out in France. Then of course, we'll let some of our customers try before we decide to put it on the permanent menu. Then we will keep introducing new flavors for our customers to experience. These are ways we try to be creative to make sure that we keep the novelty going as well, to attract old customers as well as to have new customers come in to see whether they like our drinks. Staying creative also allowed us to set up an e-store during the COVID-19 circuit breaker period because we couldn't have walk-in anymore. And we offered our local coffee powder as well as our tea dust for sale. So that has helped us expand internationally, and this will be the way forward and will be the future of the hawker scene.
I used to work in a fine dining restaurant in MBS. During my bus journey to work every day, I used to see the crazy crowd along the street in the CBD area. So I was thinking if I wanted to start up a business, I must do it here. So when I started this business, I thought of making my food more accessible and easier for people to come and try. And so here I am in a hawker setting. If you ask me, no, I don't think I will be the hawker at that young age of 15 or 16. But I just like the vibes in a hawker setting. You know, you can sit for hours, just chill out, relax. 10 years ago, there's an uptrend in Japanese ramen outlets in Singapore. So wanting to take this opportunity and ride on the trend, I set up and created this Singapore-style ramen. In fine dining, we work with many different and exotic ingredients. Over here, we face the same ingredients every day. It's really heartening when you receive messages from customers saying they love your food. I think this is what cooks and hawkers live for, to have someone appreciate our food and the work we do. Experimenting with traditional meets modern really is limitless. The hawker scene is definitely evolving. My old home used to be just 5 minutes away from Ayer Rajah wet market and food center. During my primary and secondary schools here, I loved the chicken rice uncle store. I could have it almost every day. And I was also tapao for my dad, coffee in a tin can. Now you seldom see this anymore. But we do have other new innovations that have been implemented over the years.
Timberplus was conceptualized in 2015. We took over the old Ayer Rajah Hawker Center and created a food park out of it. We have retained some of the older hawkers so that the older customer base can come and enjoy the familiar food that they were used to. And likewise for the new generation customers, they can also enjoy the same. To stay relevant, we have created a Timberplus app. This is an app that facilitates e-payment. And at the same platform, we have also created this environment where customers can receive events and promotions announcements. Timbre is doing our part in keeping our hawker culture alive. We have our incubator programs. This is where our young aspiring hawkers can join us and kickstart their journey at a lower risk. So in this journey, we do have mentors and also chefs to guide them in improving their recipe. I always feel that hawker centres are spaces where aspiring hawkers are able to experiment with new concepts and recipes. If older hawkers are willing to adapt and pass down their trade, and the young hawkers are given a safe environment to step into the industry, I think that will be the key for the future of hawker culture here in Singapore.
I think everyone should be more open-minded in accepting new creation. The hawker centre is a unique experience. You know, the smell, the taste, the cooking sounds. 10-20 years down the road, our hawker culture will still remain a Singaporean identity. So we should seize the opportunity, create new tradition, and let our hawker culture evolve as much as we can.